Hey everyone, so I'm getting out the bits and bytes bin. I'm gonna go through this thing. This is the meats bits and bytes bin, and I want to pull out several things. I'm gonna start by pulling out the roast beef that I'm planning to make tonight's dinner with. I'm gonna make a beef stew, and there are a couple half packages of ground sausage. This is a packet of beef gravy that I'm going to use for the stew. And I'm going to keep digging here. I'm sure there's at least one or two more. There you go, another package of roast beef. So I'll probably thaw both of those out along with that big package of gravy. That is from the pan juices plus a packet of brown gravy mix when I make an actual beef roast, and the leftovers go in the freezer. This is corned beef brisket that I'm going to make some corned beef hash with. Another half thing of sausage. I'm going to make some biscuits and gravy with that sausage, and I have a packet of gravy mix, several of those, of course. And this is a package of ham. I'm going to use one of the boxes of mac and cheese I have and make some of that for dinner one night. This is a package of barbecue chicken. I'll probably add some extra sauce to that. And we'll do it on buns because I'll have a lot of hamburger buns that need to be used up. And probably a bag of frozen roasted carrots and potatoes. There's another bag of roast beef. So one of those is going to end up back in the bits and bytes bin because that's way more than I need for tonight. And then this is a package of hot dogs, 6 left in there. So I'll probably make those for lunch over the weekend, either on hot dog buns or pigs in a blanket, depending on the timing of when they get eaten, but those things are going for sure. Can't believe how much stuff is in here. And again, this is just bits and bytes. It doesn't include the actual packages of meat that I haven't opened, right? And then I have 3 or 4 like small packages of bacon because when I open a package of bacon, I usually can't get it all on the pan. And there's only 3 of us, so I throw it in the freezer. So I'll pull some of that out to have, and I'll probably make a quiche with some of that bacon. And some of it I'll just cook to go with the biscuits and gravy. So there's my little pile of things that I'm going to put in my little spot that I've saved for meals, for food that I plan to make meals with. Now I've got into my produce bin, and this is a half a bag of spinach I bought last week, and it's looking like it has a few pieces in it that need to be checked over. Got a whole bag of carrots and about a third of a bag of carrots. So I'm going to use the smaller one up and then some of the unopened bag in the stew tonight. And the rest of the carrots can go back in the produce drawer. I bought those just a few days ago. Half an onion there will go in the stew, and probably another onion because I like a lot of onion in my stew. And I'm going to go through this spinach and separate anything that looks a little funky. I'm also going to chop up this broccoli. I should have done this a couple nights ago when I got it out to make the stir fry, but it's salvageable mostly. And what I'm going to do is chop it into pieces, get rid of anything that looks a little funky, rinse what I'm keeping really well, let it air dry, and then put it in the freezer. So here I am going through the spinach, anything that has discoloration or just, kind of looks a little off, that's going. I only paid $1.29 for that bag of spinach to start with. So I'm not trying to spend an hour going through this, but I'm going to prep it, and then I'm going to make a spinach, bacon, and onion quiche and use up one of those pie crusts that I have in the freezer as well. So that's kind of a double dip of use it up on that one. And anything that doesn't look all that great, spinach wise, I'm going to, as well as broccoli, I'm going to put that in the compost bin. And now I'm going to go through and rinse that spinach really well. And then I will spread it out on a paper towel to dry. So I've rinsed the spinach, and I'm only keeping enough to put in the quiche, which, as you'll see here as I spread it out, it's going to equal about 2 cups of fresh spinach, and that's about the maximum I would want in my quiche. I'm planning on making that on Saturday. I'm going to make these rolls or reheat these rolls to go with the stew tonight. I made those a couple nights ago. Here's my empty, cleaned out produce bin. The cupboard is looking really bare, but not to fear because I have so many frozen veggies. Now I'm out taking a look at my green bean bush. I only have one going. I can't tell if it's getting rust, which is like a disease green bean plants can get, or if that's just because of all the cold weather we've had 3 weekends in a row, really. I managed to get 3 or 4 green beans off of that thing, and there are some blossoms, so more coming. And then a few off of this sweet pea plant. It has some blossoms too, but boy, it's not looking too good. I don't think it's going to make it. Then here's my great kale and lettuce tower. So clearly I don't need to buy kale or lettuce for salads this week. Got some more kale over here. And a mix of spinach and lettuces in there. And then look at all of these peppers, you guys. I am just so thrilled to see my pepper plants having made it through 2 freezing weekends, Christmas weekend, and then 2 weekends ago we had temps down in the 30s. Check out this pepper haul, you guys. I am so thrilled. I mean, I'm in South Florida. I know most of you are just wishing you could have a garden going right now, but I am just so happy to have these. Most of them are half the size of what you would buy at the store, but I'm okay with that. They're perfectly ripe. Some of them are pretty good size. And I have put a chicken veggie stir fry on next week's menu to use some of these up. And one thing I have found with growing my own peppers, I can't get over how long they will last in the refrigerator crisper drawer compared to buying a package of the tri-colored peppers at the store. Those things start going soft in a week, but if I pick these when they're really fresh and crisp, they'll last a solid 3 to 4 weeks in my crisper drawer. It's amazing. I'm going to call that spinach dry enough because I just want to be done with messing with it and get it in the fridge so I don't end up with a time crunch and leaving this out all afternoon while I'm at the college. But as you can see, just to conclude, should I buy produce or not this week, between the pepper, potatoes, and onions that I still have left out there, and all my frozen veggies, the answer to that is a clear no. No, you cannot buy any produce, Sherry, no. Okay, so here's my little produce bin for the week. My pepper haul, my washed up spinach, put a paper towel in there to hopefully keep those fresh, my little bit of beans, and my just about on their last leg, lemons and limes. In fact, one of these lemons is getting a little soft, so I need to plan making something, maybe some lemon bars, and see what I can do with those before they go bad, or cut them up, put them in the freezer, one of the two. And I'll probably put that little tiny bit of beans I got from the garden in the chicken veggie stir fry. So I've decided I am going to buy 2 things of produce this week, and this very healthy basil plant, look at those leaves, those things are like 4 inches long almost. I need to get to using those. I bought that plant a couple weeks ago when I got back from Kansas City, and the cold weather had basically fried all my other basil plants. They're struggling. Anyway, I am going to buy some Roma tomatoes and some soft mozzarella and a cucumber and make a hybrid caprese salad this week to have in my lunches. I already have some balsamic vinaigrette and some balsamic glaze, so yum, yum, yum. Okay, you guys, here it is, almost 10:30 at night. It's been a busy day. Of course, I didn't get done nearly as much as I told myself I would, but I sure tried real hard. Anyway, I just wanted to go over with you really quick the results of going through that bits and bytes bin and my produce, etc. today. So just to give you a summary, those little green dots indicate it's either coming out of the bits and bytes bin or something that needs to be used up before it goes bad. So quite a few dots there. And in no particular order here, I'm going to make mac and cheese with ham, barbecue chicken, roast potatoes, and those roast potatoes are a frozen bag of veggies. I'm going to make chicken parmesan with green beans, Cajun chicken pasta, meatloaf with mashed potatoes, a chicken and veggie stir fry, and then burgers and tots, and probably leftovers in there somewhere along the way. This is roughly a 10-day out meal plan because I did not have anything planned for tomorrow night. I had just put down, leftovers or you're on your own. And then Saturday, 2 days from now, I literally put a question mark because I was kind of unsure on when Gabby's fiance would be working or not. And I always like to make good dinners when he's going to be here because otherwise he's always eating fast food, gas station sandwiches kind of thing. So the weekend breakfast / lunch section, I'm gonna hopefully get some corned beef hash made up. I love that stuff, haven't had it in forever. The sausage gravy and biscuits and bacon. Gonna make that quiche with the bacon, spinach, and onions. Hopefully whip out some hot dogs and optional chili on top or on the side. And then Sunday is, of course, the NFL playoff games back to back. So what I'm planning to do on Sunday is a big late brunch around, 10:30, 11:30. And then in the afternoon, prep a bunch of appetizers to snack on during the games and call that dinner. And of course, we'll have lots of leftovers if anybody wants something more substantial. And then I'm gonna make some chocolate cookies with Reese's Pieces. I've never tried making those before. Cost about $6 to buy 12 of them at Aldi. They're our favorite cookies at Aldi. So I'm gonna give that a whirl. And then the caprese salad, I'm gonna make that, prep it for lunches during the week, at least 2 or 3 days worth. Can't prep too much of that ahead of time, doesn't hold up very well. And then this is a list of stuff coming out of my freezer. I guess you could pretty much put a green dot by everything on that list. The chicken tenders, I have like 1 or 2 big ones in a bag that I'll slice up. The puff pastries are a mix of different kinds. You just bake them in the oven. They're already filled. I got those for New Year's Eve, have a bunch left over. This pigs in the blanket may or may not happen, depending on whether or not we have the hot dogs up here. I have 6, so we'll see how that shakes out. The chips and salsa, I have like half a bag of tortilla chips. You know, I need to use up that last quarter bottle of salsa. And then I'm going to make some ranch dip, some carrot sticks, and then some cupcakes because I have a couple packets of cream cheese frosting. When I did that big side-by-side inventory clean out, I saved a couple of those. And I have a couple cake mixes that need to be used up. So that's the plan. Thanks for watching it, everyone. I hope you're looking forward to your weekend. Take care.